Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry.
Hope it's fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna know if she's too down. Will you be my leading lady?
What's up, YouTube? It's your favorite girl, your natural hair bestie, Nia Imani, back with another video. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And in today's video, I'm going to show you all how I get my everyday makeup using no foundation, but I am going to use a tinted moisturizer, which I feel is perfect and lightweight for the summertime. This is like my everyday, like if I'm gonna go out and I'm not trying to do like the soft glam realness and I'm just trying to keep it, you know, cute but not do a whole lot, this is the look that I go for. It's cute, it's flirty, it's fun. No lashes were used. We used some blush, we used some bronzer, a little bit of highlighter, and I really want to show you guys how to get a fresh glowy look for this summer. So if you are interested, definitely be sure to continue watching. What's up, y'all? So my skin is freshly washed, moisturized, and my sunscreen is applied. Now I'm going in with one of my favorite lip masks, which is the Sleeping Mask by Laneige. And then to prime my skin, I'm going in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is by far one of my favorite primers for my like oily combination skin. I've honestly been using it for the past 4 years. Now I'm going in with a color correcting concealer over any hyperpigmentation or acne scarring that I have. Instead of going in with a solely orange shade, I do like to do a shade that is a little closer to my skin with an orange tint. And then I just go ahead and buff that out so that it is seamless underneath my foundation. And to set that and to ensure that my primer is set, and this honestly kind of adds into the sweat proof aspect of this look, I go in with some Laura Mercier setting powder to set the concealer, to set the primer, and to also just set my overall face before going in with my tinted moisturizer. So for eyebrows, I keep it pretty simple. I go in with the Got to Be Glued spiked gel, I believe, and that's just because I like my brows to have that spiked soap look. And to me, I found that this product gets me those results without having to like use a super expensive product. So I just go in with a little bit of that Got to Be Glue on a spoolie, and I start to swipe in a upward motion, and then I set it with my fingers. And then to actually do my brows, I go in with the Benefit Brow Pencil, I think in the shade 4. Everything that I'm using today, I will have it linked below. And I like to just go in and kind of elongate the tail of my brow, and then I go in with like some light strokes and start to fill in any sparse areas. And to keep my brows from looking too harsh and boxy, I just go in with that spoolie and I start to feather it out. Alrighty, so to clean up my brows, I'm going in with the Born This Way concealer, and then I'm going to use that, focusing it primarily on the arch and downward of my brow. And then I mix a little bit of my tinted moisturizer in that same concealer to kind of make a darker shade for the front of the brow. I really don't like my brows to look super halo-y, and honestly it's been kind of difficult for me finding a concealer that, you know, is the ideal shade for my underbrow. So you know what you got to do, you just got to start mixing stuff together. And I really like how this comes out because I still get that light look underneath the arch, and it's kind of my shade towards the front, so it's not super like light. And I take that same concealer mixture and I prime my lids and I buff that concealer out. And if you feel like it's still like a little liney in the front, you can just do some upward flicks towards the brow. And then I set that concealer with that same Laura Mercier powder. And I also set my brows too because I get really oily and sweaty sometimes during the summer. So I set my brows and I set my face just to keep me from getting too sheeny. All right, so I do want to look pretty glowy this summer, so I'm going to take some of these Cover FX drops and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand to diffuse it, because if you just put these drops straight on your face, I promise you, you're going to be like too glowy. It's going to be too strong to the point where it's like, girl, where are you going? And then I'm going in with some of my Fenty Beauty tinted moisturizer. I think this is the Skin Ease tinted moisturizer. Honestly, y'all, since I've gotten like my hyperpigmentation and my acne under control, I really don't wear foundation unless I like want to. I love this, and I'm in the shade 421, and I just make sure that I go in with the buffing brush, buff that foundation or that tinted moisturizer all over my face as well as my neck. So as of lately, I've been doing this liquid blush hack where I kind of flick it upwards, and I really like how that looks. I'm actually going to put this on before I go in with my concealer, because I know y'all probably like, girl, you look like a clown, but you have to trust the process with this one. So I lay the blush before I go in with my concealer, and when you do that, it's actually going to kind of diffuse it. So that's why I kind of allow it to still look a little bit more pigmented, because once I put on my concealer as well as this bronzer here, y'all are not even going to be able to really like see it. It's not going to be as vibrant as it looks right now. And I really, really love this bronzer by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's in the shade Chestnut. I'm not really a contouring girl. Well, I won't say that. My best friend called it bronzing, which I think is really cute. So I go in with my bronzer, and then I blend out the concealer that's underneath the eye. So I blended that out with the brush first, and then I'm going in with my sponge. And then I'm kind of just blending the concealer, the contour slash bronzer, as well as the blush all into like one little sandwich, just to make the makeup a little bit more seamless. And I'm just going in with that Laura Mercier setting powder to set my under eye, and then the places that I put that concealer. So to set that bronzer, I'm going in with Mocha Mami by Fenty. Definitely one of my favorite bronzers for years now. I just think it has that warmth that I like, and it just matches with my skin tone really, really well. And for this look, since it is kind of like a lightweight makeup look, I take that same bronzer and I use that as an eyeshadow. I think that just makes the most sense for me, because I just don't be feeling like doing full-on eyeshadow looks. Like, I like wearing makeup, but am I like a super makeup girl? Like, am I doing eyeshadow looks? Not for real, especially not on an everyday basis. So I just use that bronzer all over my lids, and I kind of blend that up into like almost into the brow bone. And then I'm going in with this orange blush to set my liquid blush, and then I go in with a black liner to line my waterline. And now I'm just setting my entire face with this Fenty Beauty powder. And then I don't really wear lashes on a day-to-day basis unless I have my actual lashes done. So I'm just going in with some mascara, and I'm taking that bronzer and I'm going to blend out that lower lash line. And then I'm also going to apply some mascara to my lower lashes. So for lips, y'all know me, I keep it pretty simple. Brown lip liner. This is Chestnut by MAC. And I usually will wear a lipstick, but today I did want to keep it pretty simple. So I'm going in with this lip shake in the shade Peach by Makeup Revolution. And I'm going to put like this little silver glittery lip gloss on top by Fenty. And then this is the star of the show, y'all. I really love this setting spray by Charlotte Tilbury. It definitely keeps me matte and kind of lessens my makeup from transferring. So I spray that generously on the face, and I fan myself out until I get like a dewy texture. And then I'm going in with some highlighters from Cover FX, and I'm just applying that to the high points of my face while my skin is still damp. And then I'm going to go in with my sponge and kind of push everything into the skin. Alrighty, y'all, and this is the completed look. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you learned anything new or if you like the products that I use, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next one.